Okay. Hello and welcome. Session 43, it looks like, on this lovely September evening.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
right.
your host and DM, Talgaran.
And this is for Snap to test the stream. Just to make sure my voice goes through fine too. We had an incident and it's always getting held over my head, so we gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. Okay, it doesn't always, but still. Good to be careful.
Oh, is it not working? Let me go to Twitch.
It works fine. It's just
Oh, is the
can hear the
background fan
fan.
noise? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta remember
Oh,
that.
no.
That's right, I have to suffer for you people.
I've got enough fans without that fan, Will.
I should say I have like 4 desk fans. 2 of them are running right now.
We just have like Burbus in the background, just like...
Okay. One thing before we do the recap. Namo, you had a question at the end of session when you did the sniffy, sensey magic set that you've developed. The answer is, there is magic about her person. It is not dispellable. You sense an aura vaguely upper chest area and also left thigh.
So don't eat her.
Oh, so it's not like her person, it's some items that she might be wearing. Understood.
She's got a magical left thigh.
Her
Like,
soul is in
it's
her
probably
left thigh.
something in her pocket and something as a necklace. Would be... Until Crim gets a better idea of this new sense, that's going to be his vibe. As he tries to get used to what the tells are for these common things. Like, oh, that person has a magical necklace. Oh, that person has something in his pocket. That one's somewhere I can't say.
Oh no. who wants to recap?
I guess I can do it this time.
Okay.
Yay.
Let's begin. Hee. Okay, so we were mid-combat last time. Defeating the Frost Beast comes quickly, in which Crim tanks some frost damage and Turner beats the big bear down. I wrote that down, actually. I wrote it down. With the town saved, they need to figure out what was causing the time distortions, and they head back to the Parador. In the fountain, they managed to get the time power by getting Tamal to reveal something about himself. Alex gets this power. Before they leave, Barlock gives them 20k in credit and to spend in the immediate area as a reward. Then they attend some town meetings to discuss how to prevent koi hunters from causing trouble in the future. Also, Cashmere gets a letter from his mom, telling him that Dornell stepped down. Next, they head to Wadi with Tamal in tow, and make it to a rocky canyon where the Shaper is. There are many sick uplifted there, and they're just about to go talk to her.
Yes. You speak truth.
That is
And-
what happened.
There was a uplifted king cobra, cow, rabbit, crab, otter, armadillo, and rock dove. And a fox. Supposedly this shaper. Okay. It works.
Yeah.
Given the fact that we would have had access to level 9 features as we were drawing closer to this place, I'm wondering if I can use a new tool in my arsenal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we leveled up.
Oh yeah, we leveled up.
Yeah.
As we start drawing close to this place, I would like to cast Commune with Nature.
Ooh. Okay, let me change the music and let's rewind time a little bitsy here. Okay, how do you do this and what happens?
Okay, so Alex kind of goes into a bit of a meditative state, kind of opens up his mind to the world around him. And after a minute of careful focus, is able to deduce a little bit of information about the world around him, specifically out to a range of 3 miles. And I want to make sure that we are well within range of this cave we're in when I do this.
Okay. But you'd probably do it after, like, you're, like, on the lip, you say, oh, there it is. And then maybe you step back and cast it. Okay.
Yeah, that'll work fine.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Wait!
So I get
something.
3 pieces of information. So the first I would like are the locations of any settlements within 3 miles. Do I sense any? I guess.
The cave count as a settlement?
We can establish if they're, exact locations later on. Mostly I'm just, is there anybody nearby, I guess.
Having gone on the road between Orotava and Tyr, you know more than 3 miles. You do not sense any settlements within 3 miles.
Okay. Now let's get to the actual important stuff. First off, are there any portals to other planes of existence within this area?
Wow, that'd be very
inactive ones, or like
that'd be very.
If someone if someone closes a portal, but they can still like resummon it at will easily because the ritual circle is still there or some shit. Does that count?
Doesn't specify.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I will say to other planes of existence.
Yes.
That'd be very unfortunate if this is like supposed to be like a surprise reveal when we got there. Wait, no, we actually knew this.
No, you see, she made a small line in the chalk so it doesn't count, so you can't see it.
Yeah. And then she finishes it. There's the portal. You do not sense any portals, but I will say you sense that this, somewhere within the range of the spell, within 3 miles, there is a location that is not firmly 100% anchored in this plane.
Okay.
Like a recently torn fabric that may or may not have been pieced back together or is in danger of rupturing.
Yep, or a creature that's exuding some extra planar presence, or something that was repaired already, something maybe like that.
It's probably those fucking snakes from
It could be. Oh, those guys. Yeah. They, whatever they were. All right, let's.
Plane things that dive in and dive out of different planes.
Oh, the face spiders.
Oh,
spiders. Thank you. Right.
Oh, yeah, that's just just a normal D&D creature.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's do the big one. I would like the location of one CR10 or higher aberration, celestial, fey, fiend, or undead of your choice within range.
CR10. What are we right now? Yeah, that'd be within range.
Is it 10 or above or 10 or lower?
10 or above.
Oh, okay.
She's right in front of us.
What CR do you think a level 9 player character would be? Above?
CR 5?
It would be... Shoot, let me check.
It would be below 10, though.
Of course.
Yeah, CR10
Yeah,
I
sure.
believe is...
Yeah.
I think the heuristic for CR10 is a level 10 party of 4 without magical items will have trouble with this, but can win.
Strictly speaking, a creature either has a level or a challenge rating, and whatever the other one is, like 1/0, no solution.
Okay.
They'll have trouble, but if they have a +1 longsword, they'll kick its ass because it's immune to non-magical.
Well, Doc, I gotta hand it to you. I did not anticipate you picking or using the spell, and you get resolve. But
It's a base class feature, I get it automatically.
well, then I suck. You do not sense any of those within 3 miles, but similar to the last response, kind of have to turn your head towards Crim a little bit because there's some pretty potent fiend energy. I wouldn't say he's a fiend, but again, kind of like the portal, like there's a mark of something there.
Imagine if we had a fucking paladin on the team and they just did the fucking channel divinity, just immediately stare at Crim.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tal, I just remembered a question that I wanted to ask before we got into stuff for previous expense stuff. For spells that have a cost that you have to like consume, do you allow us just to spend the gold, or do you want us to preemptively purchase the component? It's relevant to my current, my new spells.
If it's like a big thing, like hundreds or thousands of gold pieces.
25.
Awaken.
Yeah, then I would like you to, specifically state that you did in verbally or writing. But if it's like 25 gold for something, now find steed, whatever, that's whatever.
It's for like both the my new dispel evil and good spell and my previous protection from evil and good spell, each of which have 25 gold consumed components.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure before we got into stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. Does that satisfy you, Doc?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alrighty, well then, heading back and passing forward through time. Briefly, again, the cave system you entered in this rocky canyon with a somewhat dried river in the middle of the rain, amid some stunned looks and excited expressions from people following you inside. There's a bunch of bright torch sconces. It's kind of humid. It's pleasant compared to the outside heat. And there's some sparse rugs and decorations. There's no doors or walls or ceilings. It's all just kind of curving into pockets or segments. And again, you saw like a classroom, a reception area, some kind of training area. And then the Shaper had greeted you and offered you all to come back with her. And everyone else, please give them some space.
Oh, we have to go? Okay. Have fun, Crim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry, you can take her. Well, she's all magical, so you just have to eat up her magic, and she just like turns into a statue.
Oh, so to clarify, she asked for Crim to go alone.
Oh no,
I'm kidding.
I believe she referred to everyone else. Well,
No, what happened last session was she basically said, yes, come, you can bring your people, just let's find a place private to talk.
yeah.
But private would be the party and her.
Yes. Every cool dragon has a posse, after all.
Well,
True. It's true.
So again, this elegant mid-50s fox woman with vivid red fur like the sunset and pure white, like a fox color. It's just very high contrast colors, I suppose, hidden partially beneath this simple lilac dress or smock, and she's got gloves, she's got a chain, she's got these platinum silvery earrings, bracelets, and such. The picture of poise, and perhaps even power. She leads you into a simple office area, which I'm not in the right spot. One moment. Right. She referred to it previously as her sanctum, but it really just looks like a bedroom combined with an office. There's
My man cave.
yeah, it's her
wow.
woman cave.
Her
You
dragon
pass through
cave.
what surely is the only door of these caves, a heavy door of rock that seals perfectly behind you all, the slimmest of apertures. She actually locks it behind you by twisting a piece of metal at the gap and says some word under her breath, and then smiles at you as if to say, like, we'll have privacy now. Inside, there's a large circular table with some neat stacks of paper. There's some books, some quills and inkwell. There's a regional map, and you can see where you are at the Stengar Wadi. And then there's shelves on the side with more writings and jars and bottles. There's a few metal chests with no perceived lock or opening mechanism. It's almost like a cube. And there's a simple cot on the far side with some shed red fur in it. And there's a milieu of scents in the caves, but this one smells like fox.
Oh, this place is a lot more homey than I thought for, kind of a pop-up cave operation. Guess you've been here for a while.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for coming. Please make yourselves comfortable. And she starts saying some words in a different language, beginning to cast a spell. Don't roll for initiative, though, because some furniture emerges from the rock, like it's just being shaped upward, and then the texture and colors change and they become independent objects. Some goofy chairs and stools for you to sit on. She just sits on the cot, kind of casually.
Cashmere feels the furniture. Does it still feel like rock?
Is it a mimic?
No, it's a springy, soft material, like down cushions.
Fascinated by this, Crim kind of
punches
prods
it a
at
bit.
You take no damage, it's soft.
Crim kind of prods at it curiously and tries to see, are they still magical? Or is that just, do they just exist now?
They are magical, and they are dispellable.
Alright, Crim seems fascinated by this, but he eventually recalls why they were here. Right. He kind of takes a seat near one of the seats, as if that's like how he sits on things now. We kind of have a lot of questions, but I guess the first one would be, how did you contact me? Why did you know I was, this?
Aren't you a little short for a dragon goddess?
Wow.
The uniform.
Hey, Crim, if you have a second, it's something I want to do. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Shaper. If you're as powerful as I think you are, this is probably a formality, a token effort, but I'd be a fool not to try. So he lifts whistle to his throat, gives a little spell of his own, toot toot, as he casts Zone of Truth.
Her ears perk up, and her face saddens, as if she's recognizing what you are casting, and it doesn't change once the glow of the effect appears. You can almost catch the smallest of sighs with your ears, and she says, "It saddens me that you have this reluctance. But I am pragmatic, and I understand that to many perceptions, a lot of this seems too good to be true. Something that exists in dreams, not reality. So I will accept this power."
I had a
Appreciate it.
Nama, I'll just ask you for your preference on this. Do you want us to kind of just go in full disclosure with what we know, or do you want to kind of feel it out first?
Crim would have been unsure. I'm unsure. But now that we're under Zone of Truth, that'll help us with easing our way in, I think.
Yeah, everyone make a charisma saving throw, please.
Crim fails.
Okay.
Wait, chooses to fail. I mean, you make it every round for 10 minutes, so
Every round.
we can wait a minute and then we'll just assume everyone's under it.
I'll roll. Why not?
I guess that's true, isn't it? Is that?
Yeah, it's 10
Unless
minutes.
it was
10 minutes
changed.
duration
Starts
when
its
you
turn in there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long
Okay,
as
never mind.
as long as you have like no way, or you just choose, you don't choose to just get out. Yeah, you're basically guaranteed to eventually fail. But
So,
Okay.
there's I don't think Crim would know this, but unless she naturally resists this, Crim would know if glibness was also active on her. Because that's a dispellable effect.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
Just FYI, but she could still be immune to it some other way. But I'm just pointing out, it's very funny.
okay.
So everyone here, make sure you're not lying as well. We gotta make this fair.
Yeah.
Turner
you
will
sense
be
that
respectful.
She has failed.
Okay.
Not that she tried to.
The Turner will just kind of like step up. He'll kind of like look to Crim as if like asking for permission.
You're better at talking.
Not
Crim
that
says
much.
truthfully as he lowers his head.
Not that much.
I'd be happy to explain, but if you wish to ask me questions first, I'm all ears.
Well, one thing I do want to mention first, it's not that I don't completely mistrust you or anything. In fact, I would have been sprinting here all on my own if it wasn't for some advice from them all on things that will probably explain mutually under this truth. That's all. I didn't. This zone of truth is as useful for you as it is for us, is my thoughts.
Just candid.
Crim, my tender hatchling, you proved my magic could work. You did it. And I know you are selfless, and would have indeed come sprinting here to help me work this same magic on others. The way I was able to speak to you in your dream is through an incantation that anyone with sufficient skill and focus could learn. Just magic.
Oh,
Can I do an Arcana check? Try to guess what it might be.
I think this is just a known spell. Pretty
I
sure
don't
this
know
is
if
just dream.
Sure.
Okay. So that maybe that just means that it's an easy DC for Turner. I don't know. I just don't
DC
remember.
is 10 plus the spell level.
I just don't.
Sorry, I don't know Fireball.
I just don't happen to know that particular spell offhand. There's a lot of spells I do know. That's not one of them.
I see.
Okay, 30.
Fuck. Yeah.
I have a 12 right now in as my bonus. I got an 18 on the die.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look up the dream spell, that is what it is. She would just maybe describe it a bit more and be like, oh yeah, I know that theoretically people could do this, and you would know that the person has to be known to you. You can't just send dreams to someone you've heard a description of or whatever.
I
Oh,
can just do it this level. I can do it yesterday.
Is it the same? Is it the same condition as sending? Or close enough?
Probably, yeah.
This one actually is not on my sorcerer spell list for what it's worth, at least as far as I know.
Wait, but
Yeah, it's not
but
Arcane and Bard.
But Turner, I mean, I don't remember ever meeting you before. But if the way you're describing that incantation is, when did we meet?
Ritual you performed. I feel apologetic for its difficulty, to say the least. The necessary instruction and theory being scattered, and I apologize most for its seizure of your memory. I hope after I explain, you will understand and agree with why it was such. Please interrupt for questions or any way I might clarify.
As a little curiosity, I'm sure I already know the answer, but why show the best version of yourself in those dreams, if you know what I'm saying?
I strive always to be my best version.
And appears
Do you
a
speak
dragon?
of the form I took?
Yes.
That was not my true form.
Then
I
what was?
am not
Well.
a dragon.
Were you a fox?
He smiles and looks down at herself.
Were you?
I- Yes, I was a fox.
I don't believe.
I think he's saying, with the name the Shaper, he's wondering if that's your true form or just another disguise. I won't be offended either way. It's just with the name of the Shaper, you gotta wonder.
It is a name I took when I grew more interested in the spells and the magic I could weave into people's forms to change them, to shape them. But I was, am, and will be a fox.
Do you want to be a
was-
dragon?
It's okay. A lot of people said no already.
Sure. I do like them. I've researched many forms and found dragons to be the ultimate, frankly. And the ones upon which the ritual is based are from distant planes where dragons are revered or feared, nearly legendary things, not like the dragons we know of here.
It did feel a
But-
little different.
prefer to stay in this form for now.
I see.
Crim seems to understand.
I apologize.
He's already been
sidetracked.
dashed several times.
Say something, Snap.
Cashmere frowns a bit at that, but he doesn't say much else.
Just gives a reassuring smile to you, Wade. Anyway, I was suspicious some time ago that I had perfected the means to permanently grant anyone, even the physically and mentally unwell, powerful new bodies. And while that could be used to make the world a better place, it could also be used to bring about evil, murder, immortality, subjugation. I had to ensure that the bright, insightful, driven person attempting to use those means would be a force for good. She's like smiling with such earnestness at you now, Crim. I had to preserve my secret and safety for the same reason. Therefore, I designed the ritual to remove the memory of a key ritual component. That way the ritualist could neither replicate nor tell others how to perform the ritual. I couldn't allow that. Not yet. Not without vetting them. But I have no doubts in my being that you are deserving of your new life, Crim.
Oh. It was designed in that way. That was intentional. And it seemed like a pretty key part. Anytime I think back to it, I feel these emotions with no memory attached to it. But, I don't know where all of these were sourced, but, were you the pioneer of this? How old are these rituals that you had drawn from to make this?
Yes. I am the Shaper. Humble or proud, I don't know anymore. These are containing information from many sources, many of them less than savory to hear about, many of them ancient, as the most powerful magics are. But the results you see on your own scales, and I hope you find them delightful.
Turner kind of like steps up and then speaks. A colleague and friend of mine were actually investigating a bit into the effects on Crim here. If all goes well here, in fact, if you take on disciples or pupils, perhaps I think she'd find a lot of fascination with what you are doing here. However, we discovered one of the sources of this, in fact the primary source, was infernal in nature. If you know anything about my people, we have a bit of a history of, well, a very brief, but people who have been desperate to find sources to achieve their dreams and goals, and the results were less than savory.
I will allow each of you one insight check during this conversation. She's very smooth and open, so it won't persist for the entire conversation if someone gets a nat 20. But if anyone wishes to roll now a reaction to this, you may, or at any point.
In other
honestly.
words, we have one insight roll each.
Yes.
For the duration of this entire 10 minutes, because that's the zone of truth.
I've got pretty high insight, so I might wait for mine.
Understood. So if you see anything that you're particularly interested in, go for it. I won't cash that in yet. Also, Crim's at -1 for that, so...
We'll cash it in. I got, yeah.
Go once.
I think I'll use mine here.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I got distracted by the actual rules. What was it that she just said?
She didn't respond yet. Tal was just mentioning out of character before.
Understood.
Okay.
That's a nat 20, 29.
Okay.
Okay. And, well, you said, Turner said that You mentioned devils or hells or something?
Yeah,
or
the magic was infernal.
nature.
Yeah, you just have infernal nature. Okay, and less than savory. Okay. She stiffens almost imperceptibly, and you get the distinct sense, Doc. Oh, they weren't supposed to learn that. But after that, the rest of you, I mean, she doesn't miss a beat. Says, I pray this does not unsettle you. I would have been quite neglectful in my search for powerful magic to not include the planes divine. And yes, I've found that Hell's brand of transformation works best for my intent.
That
Did you
doesn't,
know?
doesn't corrupt my soul or anything, does it? Because I know living is pretty important, but, eternal damnation's pretty bad too.
No, your soul is intact. This ritual that you have undergone does not affect that. Did you know that when mortals go to hell, after death, every one of them, as they arrive, they are transformed into a different form? Mostly lemures, I have read, but not always. The whole place is a transformative engine, and that power is what was needed for you. A complete replacement.
I see. That makes some sense why you'd look into something like that. And I guess that also explains why I kind of had to tap into my infernal a lot for learning some of that.
Yes.
That may have been the first indicator.
I mean, it made sense to me at the time, when sometimes the ancient magic just gets weird like that. I just, when it actually happens, it feels different.
But regardless of the magic, you always strive to make sure that your powers are used in responsible, accountable hands, yes?
So far, this ritual has been performed once on Crim. And this vetting I alluded to earlier, all of this preparation, the hard part, it's come to its head with you arriving here. And only good has been done. I am so pleased.
But forgive me, but we've seen less than good done with the consequences of your abilities. We've seen
that was more a prototype. Yeah, I guess we can explain that, since they said they got the potion from you.
Yeah.
Have you ever given out potions that temporarily turn people into dragons?
Ah. You are well-traveled indeed. Yes. I met a distinguished businessman from Naverby. And I was still early on in my researching and trying to gather more data about how healthy young, uplifted rabbits would take to a transformation like this. Their elemental breaths, their wingspans. I implored this businessman to return the data, which he did. He said they were used. How were they used, though? Now you have me doubting his truthfulness.
Well, I might have used one to help us fight something, but that's it worked.
How did
Kind
he
of.
tell you they were used?
Crim is going to pop his insight on this in particular. Oh, it's only 12.
Okay, what did you say, Doc? What were they used?
How did he tell you they were used?
Oh, okay. Well, first, Crim's insight check.
Wade will give like a quick side eye to Crim, then a side eye to the Shaper, just like a little nudge of his ears, and at a D8.
You know what? I really
More suspicious than that,
appreciate
Crim.
All right. That 12 has become a 17.
Oh, not bad.
Ups.
Okay. She doesn't seem particularly. I mean, she seemed a little bit surprised that you guys have come upon this information. Obviously, you know she's being truthful.
Sorry, let me clarify. Crim is looking for if she genuinely she was more naive at the time. Is she more nervous? Is her concern more, did they actually misuse it, or did they find out I was a bit careless? That kind of
I
thing.
see. With your 17 insight, she does seem concerned about how it was used, and she frowns slightly at Cashmere's hasty words.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Crim will confess.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go.
Doc
She was
asked
going to
a
respond to
question.
that. Yeah.
Okay, go.
He told me they were used in some fancy place, in the art of fencing or some sword play. Test the hide's resilience, the dragon's mobility, for mock combat. Nothing truly weaponized.
How many potions did you give?
2.
Oh, well, half-truth was given to you for that then. Wait, only 2?
We stumbled
I think
upon
we
2.
know of 3.
Okay, sorry, she would have said 3.
Okay. Yeah, there was some complications with that. The potion was actually used... It was used in a stage play. They used it to... Oh, this is really complicated political stuff, but basically they wanted to crash a play to make one of their leaders in a bad mood. We were trying to keep the play going well, so he would be in a good mood, so we could time people power problems. And it was getting bad there. And
They were
long
really
story short, the
effective.
potion... Yeah, they're pretty good fighters. I know that part for sure.
That breath
The third one...
felt quite potent.
But the third one was used for good. We used it on someone they had captive. Crim kind of raises a paw to put quotes. Who was kind of lethargic and not really all there, but once we gave the potion, she was awake and alert and much better, even after the potion faded. So, 1 out of 3.
She listens openly with her tail thumping slowly against the cot. Go ahead, Sam.
More or less. I mean, I don't think she became fully aware right after. She certainly helped. It did wake her up, though. And it worked. I'll give you that one.
Crim, amidst all those complex politics, those dragons were attacking innocent people, the stage actors, and forgive me, Shaper, but for this spell to work, it'll have to be blunt. I appreciate your use of euphemism, but did you know this respected businessman was associated with crime family when you sold all those potions to him?
I knew that he was a member of a prominent family, the Drafts. What organization, group, what family of... what? Sorry?
Cashmere said away. The Drought were not the crime family. They were the wealthy ones.
See, it's complex politics stuff.
Yeah.
I just want the crime family.
I did not expect them to be used for the pursuant of efforts of ruffians, of crashing a delightful diversion. It was not my intent, but I am glad they were temporary effects, not nearly as potent, and they cannot be reverse engineered in potion form. That is part of my caution and the vetting I alluded to earlier.
So wait, did they pay? Did they pay you?
Let me think. Paid who? You get the potion, you get the data. There was a cursory sum exchanged. To be honest, I don't remember from whose pouch to whose hand. We both benefited. Me from the data, them from becoming a dragon temporarily, I suppose.
Oh. So they mainly paid you in data. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
It makes sense. It lines up, obviously. And, well, for what it's worth, I don't remember the dragons being too, bloodthirsty or anything like that. It was more just, the rush of being one, I kind of understand that.
By the way, Crim, as promised, I will tell you now what that memory that was seized was, freely, for coming here.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Are you sure?
It's part of why I came here. What was what I forgot?
Well, do not fret. The ritual required the life in full of another. It seems to refer to ritual sacrifice, not uncommon in certain profane rituals. However, to properly cast this ritual, as I designed, you had to be unwilling to take another's life for your own gain. You had to look deeper, and to realize that that life in full of another was the life you were giving up, everything you used to be. And you have done so. And that is why I know you are good. And that is why you are here.
So
Life in full of another. Can Crim tell if this is true or not? Does that trigger anything, or is this just, I gotta take you at your word?
It doesn't trigger anything.
So have you looked into the souls or what have you of all those out there?
Please, could you clarify your intent?
The same way that you did with Crim. Have you looked into them the same way? Or is that the next step for them?
Oh,
No.
I think I understand.
The danger of spreading evil comes from the knowledge of the ritual. Turning them into dragons. Sure, if there's evil in their hearts, they could spread that evil more easily. But it will be I who is doing the ritual upon them. I call it the Shaper's Right. They will not have the knowledge to share.
That is that is not necessarily why I'm asking. Is you looking into them a prerequisite for the shaping or for the knowledge of it?
I can't understand.
Okay, is she looking into Crim's soul before deciding to turn him into a dragon, or before deciding to share the knowledge that she's giving now? Is the question I'm asking.
Turner, I don't think that's what it was. I think the way the ritual was phrased, it was the test. Nobody, assuming that what she said is true, which, I mean, he gestures vaguely.
He laughs.
The ritual's test, it was in Infernal. It used infernal trickery and infernal magic, and yet the final key was something selfless, despite being more obviously something selfish. And for Infernal, to be honest, the sacrifice sounds pretty obvious to me, but I can't imagine myself doing that. Just as I can't imagine myself making a deal with a fiend or a devil. I wouldn't sacrifice someone.
Not even yourself?
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. I must have come to some desperate realization that if there's any life I'd give up, one that I'd risk, it could only be my own.
Well, the reason why I ask about the others back out there is how many of them are going to leave without any hope after all if they are not worthy?
I don't think it's a matter of worthiness. For them, at
No.
least.
The hard part is over. And I know you can talk to them. I hope that you are willing, as they are all willing to talk to you, especially you, my tender hatchling. If there is anyone you have concerns about, please tell me, but I have not thoroughly vetted them in the same way that I came to know Crim here, as he researched and pulled strings, paid funds, and gathered all that was needed to perform my ritual.
Oh, wait. Crim gave himself up for the ritual. That's right? His past self. I'm assuming that's the plan with everybody else out there?
I think, to be honest, when it comes to making rituals, you don't really consciously are trying to give someone up or something. It's more put this here, put that there, say this thing here. I don't think they know that the ritual would be phrased that way. It'd just be, this is what she did, and now I'm a dragon.
Well, yes, but that's what I'm wondering. If they don't know, what's stopping somebody else from being sacrificed instead of themselves?
I don't think it'd work.
We have performed, I have led them in counseling. I have made them quite aware that their lives will be completely, if not more, transformed than their bodies will be. That they will have to contend with new instincts, that friends and family might find them alienated towards them. They understand they are losing the life they currently have, but for them, they are fortunate to do so.
So
Kind of
clarify.
looks down at that. He almost seems guilty.
So for the ritual to work, the person the ritual's casted on can't be willing to take a life for their own gain. Is that it? Am I understanding this correctly?
I want to be careful. I don't want to just kind of paraphrase OOC, but you're welcome to in character or just OC amongst each other.
Yeah. All right. So to clarify, the person the ritual is casted on would have to be unwilling to sacrifice another life to save their own. That is the final component of the ritual. Am I understanding this correctly? Or...
Very nearly. I know this is not a set of easy concepts like basic mathematics. I appreciate how patient you are in this conversation. The ritual, my shaper is right that I worked upon Crim. No, rather, the right that he worked on himself with my guidance. That is how it functioned. Here, my plan is to be a little bit different. I will be the one performing it, the ritual that will occur here on them. So there are some necessary changes.
Will they all have as much potential power that Crim has been developing?
At least as much if my refinements with everything I've learned show fruit.
Is there a way to tone that down, possibly? I'm pretty strong, actually.
It will all become CR23 ancient dragons.
With all due respect, Shaper, I understand the wonders of this. In fact, it literally gave me a new life. It's just, oh boy, that's a lot of power for people who used to not have many. I, without sounding too full of myself, I imagine that because of my tendency to be kinder, it was easier for me to deal with that. But if someone's just not as selfless or whatever, they might get drunk with that power. You know, there's a way to moderate that for them. It might be better for everyone.
We have sorry, go ahead.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'll have Turner add something. I don't know if this will help with advantage or anything like that, but as you know, we already have experience with powers that have been distributed out in the world, and we're working to clean that up.
I almost ate a guy.
I sense a theme. Is this some kind of D&T campaign?
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, Crim's persuasion is not the best, but I will use my resolve and what the fuck. Alright. What does that add up to? 24.
24.
Oh, you got
Nice.
nat 20?
Yeah, because it's a nat 20 minus 1.
And for those who don't know, for nat 20 adds 5 for anyone watching.
I am no stranger to the deepest of evils and the greatest of goods that can manifest. I admit I have been rather sequestered away from real impacts that morality can have. And you have changed since I knew you so well, not many moons ago, my tender hatchling. I respect your wisdom in this. Perhaps I shall ensure, at least at first, they are smaller.
Yeah, mostly just I know you can think of what some civilian dragons are like. They have some crazy breath powers and stuff like that half the time, but somewhere around there, and they don't just naturally double in size or things like that. Might give it time. Maybe if they actually trained, because when normal people train, they get stronger. It's just, well, then again, I've been nearly dying almost every other day at this point.
Kept you up.
I think Zone of Truth would fade right now.
Oh,
Damn it.
In fact,
I
it
would
probably would have faded a few minutes ago. Would you have recast it, or?
Wait to give a little sigh, but why not? Actually, I could cast it and then start doing the ritual for the next one.
Oh, it's a ritual spell?
If I were, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it is.
No, it's not.
Oh shit! Fuck. All right. Well,
I'm glad it's not. It's OP.
Crim will say to Wade, as he's maybe considering casting the next one, he'll say, "I think we heard more or less enough, didn't we?"
Suppose so. I mean,
but if you want, there are a few questions I still have that might be uncomfortable.
I can hold off for now.
to be honest, I only really care if all those people out there get better lives after this. That's the whole point. If you can do that, then I'm all on board. Can you?
And that includes being too strong that they lose themselves.
He looks at you. Snap. Make a free insight check.
Yay! Okay. I'll roll.
Someone to confirm, we're not doing Zone of Truth now, for now?
Nope.
Yeah. Spell slots, baby.
This is, I was on
You know,
truth.
it's perfectly valid.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, so
Okay.
dirty.
She looks at you, and there's some fondness in her expression. She even half rises from the cot to kind of like try to ruffle the fur between your ears. Do you let her?
He kind of winces a little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Perhaps there is a soul in here. More goodness than Crim. I jest. I can do it, and I fully intend to.
I just advised you have the highest caution in it. I started this conversation casting suspicion onto you. I think you deserve to know why. You are not the first we've seen this. The first we've seen folks promising miracles for the bodies of others and delivering them.
Oh, that's right. You see, and then Crimwell, without giving too many incriminating details on the person involved, because they're kind of trying to keep him on the down low, Crim will briefly summarize the healer situation that paused bodies and the unexpected side effects that took place.
Zombie Town.
Okay. She seems to have somewhat clinical, but also some legit sympathy that's sadness in the situation, as you tell her. I see. I have not been subjected to such unfortunate occurrences. And Wade, I believe your name is,
Yeah.
do not think me oblivious to pragmatic considerations. I am intending to permanently transform desperate people into dragons. I am an unusual arcanist in the wilderness. You cast your enchantment, and I respect your astute perceptions.
I respect your ambition. You have the ability to help or hurt a lot of people. hope it is the former. We had to take the powers of the last person away. I hope history does not repeat itself.
Oh, speaking of that, you don't have any crazy time powers, right?
I roll an intimidation check, Bugle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Plus 12, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's not bad. 22.
Okay. She meets your gaze, blinks as if to say, I get what you're going for there. And then just evenly turns away to address the next question.
All right.
I have heard much of these time powers. Is that the colloquial term now? I
think
do
the
not.
actual colloquial term is koi or something like that.
I have heard that one. Fitting. I have never, and currently do not have, any of these time powers. Sounds as if they bring much attention and trouble.
Count yourself lucky.
Yeah, somewhat related to that. Eventually, hypothetically, if we, help you out or endorse this or whatever, once the first round of patients, transformees go out, that's going to draw attention. People are going to realize this is legit. Will you be able to defend yourself? Because even though the people you help right now are not able-bodied and helpless and in need of this, the next wave might not be. And as much as I really like the idea of everyone becoming a dragon, I understand, he kind of half glares at some of the party, that it's not as popular as it seems to me. So, you might need to be more careful of who seeks that out. Especially if it's people who just want to live longer to be tyrants for longer, I'm just worried that some of the people we met will seek you out, threaten you, or take your work, and,
Yes.
then it becomes something evil, to no fault of your own.
I try not to think about the harm others might bring to me for the power that I wield, the knowledge that I have gathered. And admittedly, I have not thought in depth about those, again, pragmatic considerations. Sometimes my head climbs into the clouds. I do have defensive abilities. One step at a time, as they say.
I see.
And I know that
up. Oh. Go.
I know that some of these dragons will be at my side, and I hope that they will protect me as I have given them a new chance in this world.
An army of dragons. That's why she's doing this.
With what comes out of a bottle, I'm sure you'll be fine. But what is the next steps from here, then?
Many have answered my advertisement, and I avoid thinking about the many out there who likely saw my flyers but did not have the health of body, the resolve of mind, or the finances to make it here. That will not stop me from working my finest right upon those who have made it. I have prepared them for their transformations, as well as I said, the counseling. Even their digital dexterity will be forever altered. She turns to Crim. We've all waited for you, my tender hatchling. They wish to understand I have not exaggerated. They deserve to know this is not an elaborate trap, that I have not given them false hope. Please, let them talk to you. Show off your capabilities if it pleases you. And be yourself, above all. That is all I can ask for. And as I say for a third time, both of us have already done all the hard work.
Crim
Not
looks.
an elaborate trap.
Crim looks contemplative about that, and then when Alex says that, he kind of nods to himself and then exhales and said, "Something's not adding up."
How so?
Shaper, this is gonna sound strange, but how religious are you? You know, in terms of following the recognizing omens and some such.
Oh, right.
I believe myself above average in capability, and I am very religious. But I prefer not to speak of it in specifics, that it may not sway others.
I understand. Well, you see, and then Crim explains exactly what they had witnessed on their way here of the eagle and the serpent.
I'm going to give you a result
Bro,
for that for calling that and bring it up here.
Yeah, bro, we saw a bird eat a snake. It was so cool.
You saw a bird eat a snake and you're concerned. Really, bro?
It's magic. Well, that's why I've been like hesitant to bring it up too. But I figure, I mean,
Okay, no.
Magic has a tangible effect here, so it's not. These kinds of omens are not the same superstition, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think both Turner and Crim at that moment were also kind of like thinking, this could be bad.
Yeah. And you said you described the omen to her, or no?
Crim will describe neutrally and almost scientifically, like how one would describe like how to set up a ritual. He describes precisely what they had seen. He has the memory for it.
Yeah. That sounds like a chance, rare event in nature. It was presented to you so clearly. I agree. Seems like an omen. But sent by who? And with truth and goodness? Or intent to instill...
Doubt.
Doubt. Doubt in your minds.
I can't be sure either way, but I do know that even if it wasn't entirely true, I think in some way it shaped how we approached here, with caution, skepticism, and, inquiry and curiosity on my part. There was one other thing, though.
Naturally.
Alex, remind me, did we do Wheel and Woe on this?
I did my own little ritual on what we would find here. And I received a very clear impression that this is a trap.
A trap?
Yeah,
but everything that happened here it doesn't add up to that, does it?
A trap for who? I wonder.
For you, perhaps, Shaper?
She looks at the door, which is still closed.
Well, no.
I wonder. Perhaps the wisdom, the caution you advised me, Crim. Perhaps it will pay off sooner? Unless, she looks at you, Alex, your means of ascertaining that information was more specific? Who should be cautious?
Alex thinks back to exactly what he asked and what the answer was.
I remember it was like the trap is not for them or something like that.
I asked specifically
the trap is not for us.
Whether anything would happen if we specifically went along with everything here. And the answer I received was that it's a trap, but not for us.
Wait. But...
Snap, go ahead.
Yeah. I have a quick question. Cashmere raised his hand. So, you put up these notices around recently, right?
I arranged for them to be placed within the last moon or two.
How long? Question: how long since we were at the neighbor B? How long has that been?
Oh gosh, probably a moon or two. Let me get the exact then. Third spring moon. It'll take me a minute though.
Okay.
I can deduce this a bit while Tal does this. Based on the travel time we done to get from Neighbor B to Karifi, and then Karifi to Ipsar, and then Ipsar to Karifi, and then Karifi to here.
It's about 1
It
minute,
had to have been that when we were informed of those posters in Crim's place, that had to have been around the first few weeks that it had ever been spotted at all.
Yeah, it's been about a moon, I think, since you left Neighbor B to the monastery.
Okay. And Cashmere would remember this because he's got earring.
Mhm.
And then he asks, "Did the drafts? My bad. Did the drafts see the poster and come here, or how else would they have gotten here?"
That was a separate spread of information. I reached out independently with magic and arranged that meeting.
But
So the trap is either for me, for one of the fortunate, as we call
Yeah.
them, or someone who is here, invisible, or not yet here.
Crim will actually remark here, when we were coming here, we were actually bringing one of the sick with us. Logically, since he was with us, the trap couldn't have been for the sick in general. It had to have... At that, Crim suddenly stops and says, "Excuse me." And he goes to the door and listens.
Wait, but
Perception.
Alex, had you asked the question by the time he had joined us?
Alex shakes his head.
Yeah, right. That's true. But can one roll perception check?
What if that's the guy with big ears?
I thought the Wheel and Woe was when we had already left.
I didn't use augury, it was divination.
Turner's just gonna kind of look to Crim, and then just kind of say,
11, by the way.
do you want to maybe ask Mr. Ears over there?
Crim, you hear nothing except echoes of this conversation. It looked like a pretty thick door, for what it's worth.
Cash, tell me if
Hold
you
on
hear
a
anything.
second.
Suddenly I'm worried about the people outside.
I can take a listen. He will do the same as Crim and get a, with advantage, perception check.
You know,
It's hearing based.
I'm hoping that there's nothing that we did that just brought like a murder to a bunch of like dying people. That would just be a bit dark.
Oh, hey, don't worry. They were already on their way out.
That makes it better.
Ha! Euthanasia.
Okay, that's way better. Hell yeah, 27.
7. Okay. You can hear distant, muffled by many echoes, cavernous conversations happening. They sound calm. And you could certainly hear echoes of a conversation in this sealed room. But seems like nothing's amiss.
Cashmere just shrugs. Seems fine for now.
Okay, well... Maybe we can do some more augury tonight. Or after this, Alex. Something's not right. Because... What do you guys think? Everything that the Shaper said under the zone of truth and my own, deductions, it adds up, right? That part makes sense.
Well, at least I'm not questioning her intent or even her capabilities. But yeah, it's just that missing, just that other element. That I guess I wouldn't say the other shoe to drop for someone who wears shoes here, but
It does. I fear we're going to be firefighters for the rest of our career in this. May I remind you all, we have just come back from stopping another well-intentioned ritual that nearly destroyed a town.
it was on our mind.
That's true. That did happen.
Well,
Skill issue.
Well,
well,
It kind of was.
Yeah.
It was actually
It was, yeah.
Snap.
Because we're gonna say, well, I'd like to see an example played out. Personally, what will it take to do that?
You wish to see one of the fortunate transformed into a dragon?
Yeah, that's what we came here for, right?
Yes.
If what you say is, if that'll be that'll be good, then yes.
You mentioned that you
Very-
made enhancements. How much would that change? Because last time we saw a ritual with some enhancements, it got a little awry.
Not much. Truly. It will be some small refinements to make the... Sorry to use the word specimen, but that is what my text and research often the nomenclature uses.
I understand.
More of a stable form, a safer form, less disorientation through the transformation. But the end result, I think, will be different flavors of you, my tender hatchling.
I see. Yeah, there was a little disorientation at the start. I accidentally smashed a table.
I want there to be like one dragon who's like stripes of black, white, and pink, so he'll be the Neapolitan dragon.
I'm almost positive that was almost a nod to the Demi-Dragon subclass having 3 others that are not Crim.
I didn't know that actually.
Cashmere, you will not have to wait long,
Or-
but you say
Oh,
you have
yeah.
brought someone. They will need to be caught up to speed. Hopefully within this week, we shall see everything
well,
go down.
I suppose that depends on what the prerequisites of this are. What if their affliction is more, well,
Urgent?
their afflictions are more social than life-threatening.
Oh, yeah, the one we brought was just kind of upset that he was green.
Prerequisites for people who have made the effort with desperation and sadness in their hearts to voyage to this place. There are none. I would give them all that I have in terms of this right. Unless, of course, your road wisdom and other perspectives choose to not veto, but suggest withholding the power from one of them.
Well, I think ultimately that's more his choice. He doesn't seem.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem. I think he likes being a wolf.
Ill-spirited. Well,
Shall we?
Either way, at the very least, we're not against staying here for at least a day. We need to scout things out anyway for that possible danger or trap, and we need time to prepare for that. Alex, would you be able to help with that?
I can certainly try. Don't really know what I'm looking for, though.
We'll brainstorm. But in general, something's just... Until I can figure out what that omen was talking about, I'm not going to feel at ease. But maybe while talking with them and seeing the area around here, we might get some information.
Any other inside checks while this conversation's still happening?
I popped mine.
I don't feel like I have any major need to right now, and not that I have a good bonus anyway. So
Right now, Crim's talking about the trap, so that would be something that maybe she knows more than she's letting on. I have one more thing I do want to ask, but I'm saving that for the end because it might shift things. I don't know for sure, but I do know that just based on meta, I don't want to accidentally shift things before we get all these important questions out of the way. I could also be completely wrong. My predictions were off, so...
I'm gonna hold off my bonus is kind of.
I guess let's go ahead and roll, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, net 11, 12.
12. Oh.
12.
She seems concerned that Crim is ill at ease. That's about all you get.
You think she'd probably want the prototype to be more resolved than that.
And with that, Crim will finally ask one question that's been bugging him a bit.
Uh-oh.
And Tal smirking makes me think he knows what the question
No,
is.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just nervous.
Crim will say, by the way, there was one other thing that seems a little odd. You contacted me through your dreams and all that, so you knew me. And it was enough to get the necessary information for me to figure out how to become a dragon with your guidance, but why did you pick me in the first place? How did you know to pick me? How many others have you, tried this with?
You picked yourself, Crim. I did not choose you before you initiated my rite. But it was an intentional architecture decision for me to place certain key elements of this rite scattered about the continent. And when certain pieces moved that I were monitoring, and they converged on your location, that was when I studied you. That is when I came to know you. And when you completed it and gave up your previous life rather than sacrificing someone else, as most would assume and be willing to do, you became my tender hatchling.
When did that happen? Because... No, that's... Wait, did Crim have a dream? Crim had a dream of the dragon prior to completing the ritual, right?
Yes, two.
Yes,
One was
and
like
he
the
does
night
remember
before,
that.
and
Okay.
one was, I don't know, some measure of time before. But I
Yeah.
imagine this was a process that was like, at least a year in the making.
Yes, it was. Okay. It was a hot minute. Yeah. Crim will nod and say, "Okay, so as the things were gathered up, you when did we meet? Did you disguise yourself? I'm trying to remember someone as pretty as you."
I am going to cast Detect Thoughts on her.
Ooh, subtly too.
Oh gosh. Detect thoughts, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Let me check.
if someone as pretty as you would detect thoughts.
God
Can
damn
you
it.
tell me?
I take resolve away from Google.
You see some non-safe for work imagery of Crim. No.
Oh
I
no!
learn the creature. I learn her surface thoughts, whatever is foremost on her mind at the moment.
And this is from a feat, right? I need to check the whole
Yes,
the wording on the feat.
It's from the telepath feat. I cast the spell without any spell components.
Okay.
You see a picture of a vixen on DeviantArt.
Let me just make sure here.
How the mighty have fallen.
Like, are you casting a spell, or is this like a spell-like ability?
It is casting a spell, but without any components.
Okay. In that case, I will DM you something.
Oh boy!
Oh, my theory might be right.
They know too much.
Well, remember, Nemo, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Do they still make those?
Not Matt Pat.
No, he retired.
Oh yeah.
The channel still exists, it's just a different host, I think. I don't know, I haven't watched in a long time, even when Matt Pat was still there.
All right.
There's
zooming
a
back.
subtle twitch of Alex's face.
What does that mean? Is that like a Dusknor smirking moment, or a...
I understood that reference. Well, she doesn't seem to have any sort of twitch. If you wish now to engage with those who wish so much to engage with you, Crim, let us go join them. And we will all be cautious about this omen and these foretellings.
Sure, but when did we meet?
Oh, I was hoping you would forget that. No, sorry. I have been known to disguise myself. As mentioned earlier, with what I do, my safety is a consideration. So I did not formally introduce myself to you. After all, did not know if you were the one who would do the right as intended.
That makes
Consider
sense.
this our formal introduction.
Yeah.
I'm the Shaper, and it is well met, we are.
I wouldn't mind talking with them after this. Sure. Sounds good. I hope it doesn't take up too much of your time. Crim looks at the others. If things seem safe, it might be a good rest stop anyway after all the traveling. Do you get news here at all? It might be helpful.
No. Only those that come from the throats of those who visit.
I see. We're kind of trying to keep track of the movements of a couple particular people. Hopefully they're not keeping track of us. That would be bad.
As long as I have this spell up, I'm going to shift my focus and I'm going to use it to attempt to sense the presence of creatures nearby. So I can sense the presence of creatures with an intelligence score of 4 or higher that understand a language within 30 feet.
Wow.
There are, the kind of materials that block detect magic.
This is powerful for a feat.
Walls are lined with lead. Just sprint for Superman.
I think you can only do it once per day, though, right? Or long rest, rather.
I can spend spell slots to cast it again.
Got it.
That's like late 5e levels of versatility.
You detect only those you can see right now.
Unfortunately,
Wow, I'm kind of surprised there aren't even some curious folks at the door. Like, let's listen.
Unfortunately, the room that we're in is.
Can go through the door.
Unfortunately, the room that we're in is about 31 feet. So.
Hey.
And
You enter the room,
Alex
it's-
happens to be standing right in the middle.
Yeah. Well, actually 35 just for the grids.
Okay.
25 feet, and everything's lined with
Lead.
metal. Lead, yeah.
Oh, I have time, Crim. It's my vocation after all.
Well, how about we go
Yeah,
and
Crim doesn't object.
how about we go speak to them in about 10 minutes? Out of character. Basically break time, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you're casting a ritual.
Oh, there is one more question that's more on the idle side that Crim
Okay.
will ask as they're exiting. By the way,
Okay.
is this ritual? I had to do some crazy material prep for all of this. How do you, manage the costs?
I have a money printer.
Magic is a gateway to many.
Yeah.
We
I
find out that all
devalued
of
gold
her
pieces
evil is
across the
con-
continent.
Yeah, we
The
found out that
9
all of her evil is somehow concentrated in money laundering.
Yeah.
The 9 hells are a pathway to many powers, so
Oh my God.
consider it natural.
I am older than I appear, and my gifts have lent themselves to gaining capital. What can
Oh.
I say? I am giving much of myself to this venture, and I know it will pay off.
I see. Huh. Crim seems to think about something else, and he's smiling about it, but he doesn't vocalize it as he just kind of wanders to the door.
She says another word, and it's like a little, almost imperceptible, like puff of air sound around the door. She flicks the lock and very queen-like pushes it open as she strides through with her hands behind her back. And into a loading screen.
Yay.
Oh my
Great
gosh!
time.
We'll be back
Time
soon.
Do our own rituals.
Yeah.
We'll be
Okay, welcome back to more politically correct conversation, and the second half of session 43. Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and cut that last part. All right, let's go.
Okay, the door emerges and the music playing in your heads shifts. One moment.
Oh god, that was stuck in my head for an hour.
It's not for us. All the people try to kill us.
This time there are a couple people who stumble back a bit as if they were eavesdropping, although you're pretty sure Cashmere earlier they weren't. And kind of rejoin the group that all fall silent as you emerge. The Shaper is seeming to expect this, and with a disarming smile and open body language says things like, I've talked to them all. He is indeed here to share with you truth and reassurance and what it means to be a dragon and its companions. We've all had a lovely conversation, things like that, almost like a politician. And you would see among them, there's a lot of skepticism, a lot of mask-like expressions, a lot of we can't trust you, but we have to. And a lot of them are looking at Crim and you guys, like, as if they're doing insight checks, gauging, like, okay, are you under her spell now? Or, like, is she legit? You could tell there's a lot of questions they want to ask.
I want to have Cashmere speak up first and ask, all right, which of you showed up first?
First come, first serve.
3 hands go up. That would
not all of them?
Yeah. The armadillo gentleman and an iguana behind him and an older armadillo gentleman behind him.
Cashmere will point at the older armadillo and say to him, do you want to become a dragon?
No, my name's more tired, and my boy here, JR, he pats JR, the younger armadillo. Well, I don't know if he wants to become a dragon, and the guy takes over. I just don't want to deal with my nerve fire anymore. It's, we've tried everything else.
Right.
Deal with his what anymore?
Nerve fire.
Oh, I see. Pain.
And he motions for him to come up.
He starts coming towards you, and then his face contorts as if some spasm of pain is affecting him, and he falls to the ground, like, rolling up partially, as armadillos do. Everyone else is like, whoa, what's happening? The older armadillo and the iguana just look at him sadly, and after a few seconds, he recovers and rejoins you.
Crim on reflex would kind of move forward and help him along after that.
Okay. He says, it's fine. It's just no lasting damage, just, a little suffering. Never killed anyone. Anyway, what's up, Mr. Rabbit?
Well, and then he looks back at Crim. We can, how about you two talk a bit? Maybe discuss what it's like. Crim?
Oh.
Right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I could do it like that. Sure.
Little Q&A.
The Cobra, he immediately shuffles forward a little bit. He will not go alone. I have questions of my own, I would ask him. And a pair of crabs also start chittering like, yes, we must ask him. We have questions for him. He will not go alone. We have waited long for this.
Cash, is there any reason it had to be just one?
Well, this is a pretty personal thing, isn't it? Like, listen, you all came a long way. All of you did. You all waited a while. But you don't want to just be thrust into it, right?
Oh,
Agreement.
I think I know what you mean. I've read about this. It's like when you're in a group for... Don't fucking laugh at me, Tal. I have an excuse this time. I have 17 intelligence. I'm gonna use it. God damn it.
Yeah, right.
I read about this. You see, if you're with a group long enough, eventually you might lose your own thoughts to what everyone else is saying. So if you talk with someone one-on-one about the facts, maybe they'll know the whole deal. Granted, having that kind of pain and no way to cure it, I don't see why not, but out of procedural's sake, it might be worthwhile.
And everyone will get their turn, eventually.
Yeah, I want to speak to all of you if I can, for those who can speak.
There's a cow standing above another cow, holding the younger cow's wheelchair as she again, tongue, going towards her nose, some involuntary contortions of her face, and she doesn't look like she's all the way there. The older cow says, "You promise? Really?
Yes.
You'll take to all of us. You'll answer everything."
Well, I mean, I'll try to. I don't
within
know
reason,
everything.
honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Will?
We'll wait.
Turner's just gonna, while the attention is kind of on Crim and Cash Lesser's tank, Turner's gonna kind of just slip off and just kind of pull Tamal aside, but I'll let this conversation finish before I talk to him.
I don't have anything more to add, really. Cash is kind of leading the way here.
Okay. Cashmere, roll persuasion check with advantage.
Yay! Okay. 2020 plus 5. Oops. I'll roll it again. These advantages are coming in handy. Kind of. You know what? I will resolve that.
Okay.
Why not?
The big play.
D20. Typing. Really?
Okay.
13 max.
Damn.
13. There's general polite agreement. No one wants to be the person who's like, no, I'm gonna not let this happen. But you will see that when Crim tries to go off, the crowd generally drifts closer, and some people are pretty adamant about overhearing your words. It's gonna be hard to get privacy in these caves, yeah?
Cashmere will step in front of them, pretty quickly, and say, "Hey, listen. How about I hear you all out in the meantime? I'm interested."
For what it's worth, they've been with me for almost as long as I've been a dragon, so they know a lot. In fact, they might even have insight on how they perceive me and things like that. And maybe they can speak candidly while I'm not around to hear it.
Yeah.
We could form a separate waiting area. It would help.
I've fought beside this dragon for how much time? At least a couple months
It's been
now.
about- yeah.
No. Okay. I know him pretty well. If you
What
have
is
no
this?
questions.
What is this
Okay.
month?
It's the first summer moon.
I fought alongside him for 5 weeks.
The Cobra crosses his arms. This is acceptable. The others... Yeah. And they'll kind of start asking questions while Crim and the Armadillo go off.
Yeah, we can get on Victoria, just try to form a little neat. All right, everyone to this area, a little waiting barricade.
Okay, orderly line. Got it.
And Turner's talking to Maul as well.
Yeah,
And is Alex doing anything?
I guess. Send a quick telepathic message to Crim. Do you want me to be there? You got this on your own.
If I ever need help, I'll give a shout.
I will be kind of with Cashmere and everyone else, kind of listening and maybe periodically interjecting here and there.
Okay. Cool. And the Shaper, like a teacher that's successfully initiated small group activities, kind of nods and fades into other parts of the cavern.
Fucking vibes, man.
And group 6, you get to go to the play sets.
The
Turner.
dragon.
Okay.
What about Small and Turner? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll kind of pull Tamal outside, just so that way none of these desperate people here are kind of like listening in. He'll follow him.
He really looks like he does. He goes, but he goes ahead of you as if to say, let's hurry up. So, yeah, well, what's up? What's up?
Well, we'd spoke with her. We at least have enough reassurance her intent is pure and her capability is... She's capable. I just want to ask...
okay.
I just want to ask once more before you make this step. I have the means to at least everything within my power to potentially remove this curse and keep your form as it is, but less green. The offer is still on the table, unless you really want scales.
You step outside, small overhang. It's still the middle of a rainstorm. There's some puddles forming that someone very skilled may be able to run across the surface of.
Hey.
And he speaks loudly to get over the din of the rain. I've heard that offer from other people before. Are you sure? Can you tell me how it works?
Well, will kind of pull out the scroll that he has of remove curse. If the curse that was plagued on you is in fact that, and within my power to take away, I can guarantee as much success as I could possibly ever have. If it's not enough, it won't hurt. I'll only be down a little bit of gold.
Really? You think it's that easy? I mean, why didn't my ancestors, some of them were better off wolves, maybe smarter wolves? Didn't they try something like this, or is this like a really powerful scroll? I mean, I know you guys got a lot of credit from Baldur.
I guess how much, so it's a divine spell, and I think bardic as well, but how common would this spell be known to the world, especially those, who are maybe not extremely well off?
Yeah. It's almost like common sense universal knowledge that, oh yes, curses can be placed, curses can be removed. As for the specifics of the spell, how powerful it is, yeah, it's kind of well known amongst casters. It's rank 3.
Okay. It's possible they tried. It's possible that the curse itself was much more powerful magic and they weren't able to overcome it. But I know I can guarantee that I'll be able to get the full potential of this spell out.
Well, if it's not going to break your bank... Well, he looks back to the entrance of the cave, all dressed up with this facade of a building. I don't know.
The choice is entirely yours.
Hanging out with you guys and seeing Crim in action, and knowing that there'd be all these other people who... I mean, maybe it's the wolf in me, but it's nice to have people around you like you, a community. That does seem kind of nice, too. I'm not sure. There wasn't a cost listed on the flyer.
Only the means to make it here. And depending on how things resolve.
Well, hey, I really appreciate it. You guys are all nice, I think. Maybe I'll hear her out. I'll listen with the other people, and then if it comes to the time of whatever, we can talk again.
I don't foresee an immediate need for this.
Cool. Okay. Thanks.
It's...
Alright. Trots back in. Okay.
Follows.
So... Cool. Then what is happening with the others? We were mid-combat. Everyone's trying to kill Wade.
Oh no!
No, yeah.
I'm a support character.
God, he's still in character. SHL was like weeks ago.
Okay, so these people who some of them sneer or laugh as they call themselves the fortunate, looks like they want to talk to Crim, and they want to talk to him privately, which that Armadillo JR is currently having the pleasure. There's a lot of questions along the lines of what Tamal was asking. Oh, do you see in black and white? How well can you smell? Can you really fly? What's your diet like? Like, did it hurt? What sort of things you would ask before a surgery or something. How safe is it, etc.
Oh god, a bunch of these
that
are gonna
to Cashmere, and I asked that to Crim.
Oh god, a bunch of them are just gonna become bank robbers because they want all the gems.
A side note, I think like if you all try to kill Wade, you'd still instinctively just like cast Bless at everyone, make a speech.
Okay.
So they're asking Cashmere, Wade, and Alex, who's there as well, right?
Yeah, but primarily you, because you stepped up, Cashmere.
Oh yeah, okay. He would answer as best as he can based on things Crim has rambled about before. He did it hurt? Oh yeah, you would remember all this, by the way.
Yeah. Crim.
Crim would not have described any particular pain from.
Oh, he wouldn't have even remembered it, right?
He vaguely remembered the ritual, at least kind of, but not really for that part. But let's put it this way, the emotions associated with the missing part of his memory was of things leading up to it, not necessarily any Pavlovian response to ritual circles going, oh, pain, or anything like that. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. Crim never talked about pain.
If so, he would have been making a lot of wisdom saves back at that other ritual.
Okay.
Yeah. Cashmere would say, yeah, didn't feel any pain. Yeah, he can see pretty well. He can fly. I've seen him fly.
Took a while to get there, not immediately, but figured it out eventually.
Nods and chuckles.
He's been a pillar of strength for all of us.
Yeah, and you've seen him. He's a chipper guy. He's perfectly fine. Happy. We all like him.
There's two sea otters standing behind the 19, 20-year-old sea otter guy who looks ill listening to this. The woman steps forward and she says, Vrakontan! Raises her hand, and this plume of light breaks through the ceiling and creates this zone. And you suddenly feel compelled to tell the truth. Try to resist.
Wade gave an unappreciative tip of his cap.
Cashmere will...
Yeah.
No, he won't resist. He thinks about it for a second, but...
You could just
Can
ask,
I
but
flex on them for 6 seconds?
thanks for saving me the spell.
Affirm that everything you have just said, good rabbit, is true.
Pretty much.
Yeah, to the best of our knowledge, everything you said is accurate.
I third that.
Curtly nods and seems grimly satisfied. Dismisses the spell.
Yeah.
If there are any downsides, we'd tell you. But as far as I can tell, I've only really known Crim as a dragon, and it sounds like he's in a better place now. He's not dead, but
Crim kind of is.
I checked. I checked.
That's true, you did actually check. That was the one thing that fucking got me. That really got me.
Okay, cool. They seem, they're lightening up. They're starting little side conversations. Things like, it really is too good to be true, but some things are, I guess. And yeah, we had to work hard to get here. And she does seem powerful, kind of mysterious, so maybe she really can do it. Like, how could she not? He said it was true. He said it was turned into a dragon, etc., etc. Meanwhile, in Crimland,
Oh,
JR.
one more thing.
Yeah.
What is the Shaper? What does she look like right now? How's she watching this and reacting to it?
She's not watching it. She's kind of letting you all have your own conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back to Crim.
Meanwhile, in Crimland, JR has asked permission to inspect your body. He's asked permission to cast a harmless spell to learn more about you.
Yep, Crim's fine with that.
Okay. He just
He goes
goes
into
around.
his Joe Dragon pose.
I like mop, power kill.
Looks at your eyes, like pokes your horns and all that. He does have a couple more like paroxysms of pain, but they pass quickly.
Fun fact, Bugle. If they did try Power Word Kill on Crim right now, it would not work.
Ooh,
He
nice.
has over 100 HP.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
bitch.
And yeah, he just, at the end of it, he thanks you earnestly. And his eyes are a little bit misty. He's like, I can't believe it's actually probably true.
I hope it works. I know for sure it worked for me. And as far as we can tell, we did the Zone of Truth and everything. And it seems like the Shaper is the one capable of doing the same. So,
Crack
Hope it
my
works
shell.
but just in case, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's what I've done for a while too. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't think there wasn't any hope.
Yeah, this is it then. Okay, I'll send someone else in. That's how it works.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. You're a good fellow. Thank you.
It's worse than convention line.
Oh god.
And he swaps with someone else. Some people aren't really able to hold any conversation or a long conversation because they're too weak, or one of the people who seemed particularly healthy has what we would all know as a seizure. But after they recover, they're themselves again and they talk to you. It's
Yeah,
hard
Crim
not
would
to-
actually provide some like writing utensils for people who aren't able to speak as well, and kind of try to he'll write down some common phrases. Hey, can you point at this? What do you want to know? He'll get a system going.
Mhm. And even the people who are the most skeptical, the most wise, the older ones like that Cobra, you are open, you are honest, you are yourself, and even them, they seem to be smiling by the end of it. They seem to be greatly reassured, even with the caution you provide. It's like seeing you is more than anything you could say. They're kind of forming their own opinions, like, wow, this is it.
Crim will, for the ones that seem particularly skeptical and wise, as you put it, if Crim gets a vibe that any of them seem like they'd be like the healthiest skeptics, so to speak, he will mention, have you seen anything odd around here that, not necessarily about the Shaper, but going on in the area that seems weird? Because on our way here, there was an omen of some danger, but from our investigation with the Shaper, it doesn't seem to be her.
Okay. Let's say fittingly, the King Cobra, who introduces himself as Hadrius, he has a bit of a stuttering speech that I can't imitate well, but not like that.
Let me.
Just so anybody knows,
Oh.
he has an actual stutter. We're not being insensitive.
That was natural. That was natural.
Oh, god damn it.
He stutters a bit, and sorry, I lost my train of thought. So
Thanks, Bugle.
you,
Crim was
Oh,
talking
yeah, the
about
omen
the
thing.
possible cautions, yeah.
yeah, you'd say, no, I arrived here 10 days ago or so. Things have been unsettlingly perfect. She gives us lessons. She asks for no payment. We are in a safe spot in the wilderness. I go on my morning slithers, and there's no one observing us. No spell work. One of the others can detect magics with some incantation and says there are none. It's too good to be
None?
true, you understand.
What about on the Shaper?
We have not had the courage to perform such inspections of her.
Oh.
Have
Okay.
you?
Well, one of the things I recently developed was I can kind of sense magic nearby. she has a few charms, but who doesn't at this point?
On her person, yes.
Yeah, I think it's a necklace and something in my pocket.
I think it would
I
have been
got a
more.
bunch of stuff too. I get it.
I think it would have been more suspicious if you didn't detect any magic.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, did you tell him about the omen?
Yes. If he seems like he's really learned, so to speak, he would describe it, saying, "Do you know what this means, or who this could have come from?"
Yeah. He gives off the impression that he knows a lot. Maybe he's full of hot air, but he seems wise. I'm not particularly learned in the ways of theology. But I believe if you and your traveling companions, a rounded sort, made a sense of danger from it, you should take it seriously.
Yeah.
How to
the only
act.
problem is, our main suspicion was it be the Shaper. But after seeing her, and no, we're not charmed, I'm sure there are people who can check that, it's not her. Oh, makes me so nervous. But at least the ritual seems real. After all, I'm here.
Yes. She's not permitted us to see the ritual room yet, but we will. Now that you are here, we can proceed. It is good you are here, and I thank you.
I wonder why they had to wait for me. It's not like I'm a component for it or anything.
Well, I would be leaving this cave if not for the promise of your arrival. No way was I going to allow her to shape me without seeing the result.
You know what? Fair. Okay.
Good day. And there's more such conversations with different flavors, chocolate, mint chocolate chip.
Oh. Well,
rain.
that killed like half the population.
Okay. Tamal's dead.
As I say, Tamal probably just backs up to the corner of the room.
And at some point, some people say they want to stretch their legs outside. Sounds like the rain has stopped. And if you are to leave these cramped caves, yeah, it's beautiful. And you can see now from the entrance some wagons that are tucked away in a cave opposite that are hidden invisible only from this side, not from above on the approach. So it's clear some of them came with vehicles and supplies of their own.
Neat.
Oh, and question. Can everyone spare like 10 minutes? Well, I was a little silent. Well, I just realized telepathic bond is a ritual. So if you guys want, I could have waited.
That'd be good. Actually, while they're doing like prep work and stuff during all this, Crim will huddle with the others briefly and say, "Hey, so there seems to only be one entrance to this place, right? I think when we get ready to rest and stuff, maybe we should get as close to that entrance as possible in case something tries to come in."
That works for me.
You got resolved, Namo.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Taking all the precautions that we can, but this still doesn't feel right.
Well, it's not... I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about... well, a certain invincible person coming in following us.
Makes sense. I still feel we have reason enough to call this whole thing off. I wonder how much longer we'll be playing firefighters for those with unspeakable powers who want to change the world.
With the Shaper's assurances on making them smaller and not necessarily as strong, I don't see how these people would be any more dangerous than the average dragon of Ilio.
Turner's actually going to look to Alex and then ask where do you, out of curiosity, where do you stand on this? As, well, sorry to forgive me for stereotyping, but aren't your beliefs usually about balance in nature and bringing in an entirely new species into this world just because we can?
I just feel like other things surrounding this are kind of taking higher priority. There's critical information here that we just don't have. So it's hard to say, really.
We've done this all before at Galandria. Saw miracles that seemed on the up and up, and then we came back to a town of zombies. Now that blood is on our hands.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm a miracle, kind of. Not just because my parents said so. The other kind.
Must be nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
You are not a miracle. You're a product of science.
Well, if it all comes crashing, I trust I'll be here with you all.
Speaking of Crim being a miracle, given you spent pretty much this entire day talking with a bunch of these people, everyone give me an insight check, please.
Oh, okay.
Insight? Why did I move my dice?
And write it down.
Okay.
On a card, and then bring the card to the front of the class.
Okay.
Flashbacks.
Give me a shitty roll. Yay.
Did I
I
not?
wasn't expecting
20,
anything good from that.
24.
Damn, 1237? Fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So
Okay, let me put this on the other page then.
Turner got 16. Wade got 12. Alex got 15.
Thank you. Okay, so as you all are talking to this motley crew of unhealthy people and their guardians, friends, caretakers, you would all learn with those results that, as I already said, there's varying degrees of skepticism, and even the ones who aren't skeptical are very concerned or protective about the so-called fortunate, and they want to ensure the best outcome. You can sense, in particular, Alex and Turner, that there's a lot of, hair wire anxiety and hostility. Like, oh, if this is a hoax, I'm going to go ape you-know-what on the Shaper and everyone who was part of it. Like, you could feel that animal instincts are being suppressed. Like, this skepticism this protectiveness could be turned the other way if things go wrong. And you, Cashmere, sense that these people are seeking, more from Crim than you expect from their questions. It's like the Shaper has built up this myth around Crim. The way that they're asking these questions, the way they defer to Crim, it's like he's been set up in a myriad of ways to be this figure. I don't want to say Messiah or quasi-religious figure, but it's clear that behind the scenes, the Shaper has made it so wow, this is a very important moment. Everyone talking to him and him just being open and authentic. Make sense?
Makes sense to me.
He's a celebrity.
None of the perks of it, though. Not just the responsibility.
I think after, once they settle in a bit more and they're all alone, Cashmere will try to get Crim's attention.
He does.
Okay. Just wondering, okay.
Roll for attention.
Crim actually has to roll for that.
Cashmere will ask, so how do you feel about all this, Crim? Excited
What?
or anything?
Well, for all of this in isolation, I'm more excited than when I had first come here. Though, Crim kind of glances at the Cobra. There are still some things surrounding it that I'm worried about. But as long as the ritual can go fine, after the first one, I think that'll be it, won't it?
Yeah. Hopefully.
In terms of the worries, it's just after that, I might want to stand guard or something.
They really expect a lot out of you,
Well, I mean, I like to think I'm pretty normal.
Yeah, but you're extraordinary in a lot of ways. You know that?
I don't know. I mean, being a dragon's pretty extraordinary, but it'll become a lot less extraordinary soon, right?
Well, you beat the odds. You became a dragon, and you basically came back to life.
That's true.
That's a lot. It's a lot. And
Yeah.
we're, now that I think about it, we're expecting this Shaper to essentially do how many miracles with this? A lot.
Well, she seems apparently older than she seems and wants to spend some of that to save the needy. Granted, it's a bit of an expensive way to do it, but, I mean, who am I to question a good deed, right?
I'm not saying I don't believe her, or I don't expect this to work. It's just, it's a lot. All of this is a lot. We just have to be ready in case something goes wrong.
I agree. That's what I've been suggesting, going by the entrance and stuff like that for when we go to sleep, and maybe it's a little paranoid, but that omen's still there, doesn't have an answer.
That's well earned. There's not to do but roll the dice on this. That or call the whole thing off. I think we've already made our choice.
Maybe I should check that ritual. I still remember some of the details, I just don't remember I just don't truly remember the final ingredient.
Hey, wait. What if, hear me out on this, we test the ritual on something else first? You know?
Look, unless one of you want to be a dragon, which, by the way, I would really appreciate, but unless one of you want to be a dragon, I don't know if we can find something to sit still in a ritual circle like that.
Oh
Wade
god,
just pulls out
it's like
Wade
being
pulls out
back in that
cigar.
last town.
Do dragons have good lungs?
Mechanically, they are standard lungs.
They're enough to have a breath weapon with.
Well, many of them breathe fire. Wait, so maybe this is your calling.
Actually, they have plenty of elements.
I'll have his this, and Wade exhales.
The thing that bothers me the most here is that the Shaper doesn't want it. I mean, I don't blame her. It's not something I'm not to be offensive to you, Crim, or anything, but it's not. It's a big change.
It is, and I think that's why she's choosing the needy for it, who... He awkwardly gestures to them, have things that are irreparable.
At this point, Tamal would tentatively try and join the conversation. He's like hop between communities. Just pops in.
Hey, Tamal.
Hi.
Hey.
Good to see you. Call it cynical, but my bet is she saves the best tricks for herself.
Well, I mean, they're probably going to be the most expensive tricks, and if all you need is a body replacement, why make all that extra expense just to save someone when that's all they want? Anyway, Alex, what do you think? You're usually the one that helps keep me in track.
Again, obviously something's wrong, but we don't know what it is, so it's kind of hard to plan around it.
Yeah, well, maybe you can try that divine stuff again. It's been a while, right?
The spell ready right now.
Oh, you don't have it ready right now?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, maybe tomorrow then.
Tamal pipes up. It's really cool that you were able to make time to talk to everyone. Must have been exhausting, Crim, but I could tell you, they're really happy.
Yeah, I hope it works out. Everything is telling me that it should work out, except for that one omen.
And that it's too good to be true, but maybe sometimes it is good enough to be true.
Well, too good to be true is how I'm here right now, Tamal, so
Yeah.
don't be too skeptical about that.
Well, we've seen worse from these powers.
And for what it's worth, Tamal, if this doesn't work, I think I might have a solution for you.
Oh, you
Oh.
too?
He looks at Turner. Okay. Well, we'll see. The Shaper approached me and she said we're going to kind of do some... She hopes I'm a quick learner because I'm going to do some catch-up sessions because I'm the last to arrive. But if it's looking weird, yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Turner actually is genuinely curious about that now because he didn't know that Alex had a trick up his sleeve too.
He just straight up brings in reincarnation. Hey, check this out.
Oh yeah.
I hurt.
He just kind of pulls out a knife. Hold still. We got to cut in order to cure.
Halima.
I'm going to get some fresh night air and then get some sleep. I'll see you all in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, be careful. Oh, why do I say that on reflex now?
Just be careful.
Because we have all been traumatized by life.
Yeah.
It happens.
Turner will, as they, wind down, he'll make sure to set, some alarms for any entry points.
Where are you sleeping?
As proposed, Crim will look around, scout at the cave entrance area, be like, what's a spot that, like, if someone were to try to sneak through, it'd be the hardest to do so successfully while they were around?
Yeah, as you alluded to, there's like a 5 by 7 foot aperture into the cave and no other exits that you're aware of. It's a short tunnel, and then it opens up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I assume you would contact the people at the wagon and be like, "Hey, we're okay. We're just gonna stay here for a while."
Yeah. Wait to send over a bird.
You find that they are dead. Just kidding. Okay.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
No more residents, you guys.
Let's go. No more residents.
The trap was for them. Okay. And shall we go to the morning?
Morning!
Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy happens in the night. A couple of people might approach Crim and side eye. I'm like, you really be true? Yeah, okay, cool. Just checking. Go back. Anyway.
They
In the
learned that-
morning.
Yeah, they learned that Crim is a heavy sleeper with his 9 passive perception or some shit.
Yeah, morning, everyone. Let's finish this. And before
Yeah,
I
it is
forget-
actually 9. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to have people wake up and do stuff just yet, Bugle. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Am I
One-
okay to swap out my spells?
Yes. And Turner.
Mhm.
Let's say you are the first to wake for whatever reason.
The early bird. He wants that worm.
You wake up to the distant sound deeper in the caves of some sniffling and crying from multiple people, overlaid on calming voice of the Shaper.
He kind of like sits up and goes to like take a look. He's like wondering if one of those poor people didn't make it through the night.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not necessarily. He's not making like drawing attention, but he's respectful distance, but not trying to be inconspicuous.
Okay. So creep forward.
It's out in the open, right? Or not like is like in a room or something like that, or
You don't know yet.
okay.
Following the sound.
As you creep forward, getting closer to the sound, you get close enough safely to hear the Shaper is giving some type of speech or something like that, and at least 3 of the so-called fortunate, or those around them, are crying and sniffling as they listen to the speech. It's kind of echoey and distorted. If you want to get closer and not be heard or noticed, you'd have to be stealthy, or you could just go in. It's in a segment of the cavern.
I haven't been really given a reason why I should be stealthy, so I'm not gonna like with my +2 gonna do anything to get suspicion. So he'll just go in.
I mean, technically, the act of being stealthy could also just be, I don't want to distract them by approaching.
Well, you go in round the corner. It's the lesson room. The Shaper is at the front next to one of the chalkboards. And the Dragon Anatomy is gone. There's instead writings, things like community, family members, like how to handle. It seems like a counseling kind of session. And she notes you with like Just a subtle chin raise, but everyone else is facing her and don't immediately see you. She is saying some things. Things like, "You are forgiven. Your weakness in seeking help, I forgive you. The bottomless support from your friends, family members, your communities, I forgive you your selfishness in taking from it. I forgive you your selfishness in wanting a new life. Forgive your transgressions that you've made upon others, or the transgressions on your values and self-image in reaching this place today." And she goes on like this, and many of the voices, they're crying, like one's like rubbing another's shoulder. It makes you feel things.
Yeah, it's definitely more than a little weird. I guess I'll do some type of like a religion roll to like, what kind of
Do history, it'd be funny.
Like what kind of what is this going on? What is this sermon that she's suddenly doing?
Yeah, you could roll psychology or.
I think that falls under history.
Yeah, I guess history or religion.
Okay, well it's the same modifier, +8, so 21.
You call it a sermon. That is what it is. She is. You would know a sermon like this is often made to bring people together, to unite them under some emotion or purpose, to make them feel good about what is happening.
I'm not gonna have Turner approach her just because this might be a bit out of his wheelhouse right now to just be confrontational here. He'll just kind of go back and bring the others up to speed about what he just walked in on.
Everyone gets to waken, yay.
Well, that's a little... Well, I mean... Some things about forgiveness and things like that make sense, though.
But
gotta say...
Why does she feel the need to extend that forgiveness?
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Well, you know what? What better time than any? It's, where is he? Alex, buddy, pal. I am still waking up. But do you have the thing with the thing?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And then he goes back to sleep for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, especially while we're here, we would do like quick ritual cast to give us two people so telepathic bond. Hey guys.
Yeah, you hear each other's voices in your heads.
We're like
Wow.
Is this the first time you guys do this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit. Alright, you know what? How I'm gonna do the thing then.
Okay. Awesome.
While Crim is still kind of half asleep, but he's still awake, the group will hear in their heads a voice they do not recognize. Yeah, I'll be up soon.
Turner's just kind of like, he just kind of like just completely perks up before Wade apparently, I guess, just knows. And it's like,
Guys are looking left and right, ears perked up.
What? Is someone there? And Crim kind of perks up and looks around.
Yeah, it's Wade. I just gave us the 5-way sending. Am I talking to Fafa me?
What? Why'd you call me? What do you mean? I was... telepathy. Nice. Crim says that part out loud.
Your inner... Turner's speaking, in the bond right now, but why don't we keep that on the down low? Well, now I just felt even sadder for your past life, but we'll get past that.
What?
You sound...
But my voice never changed.
Your inner voice did.
Oh, it didn't.
That's weird. You've
It
never
definitely
sounded
changed.
never sounded like that when I've talked with you mind to mind before.
Yeah. I think it just operates a little differently or something, because I just think telepathic bond is a bit less direct. So now it's like how Crim's mental voice sounds is just how he used to sound.
Like
Maybe
you
I
can
d-
project a false mental voice if you were thinking of it.
Or maybe he just wasn't thinking of it out of character before, and now we're retconning. Either or.
Yeah.
No.
The idea is Crim has been a dragon for like less than a year.
Yeah.
His mental voice is definitely still Fa-Fum-He.
Okay. Well,
And
we'll
psychologically, he has not adjusted to that. He sounds way different now.
Okay. Well, we'll have to just get used to that. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. That did not seem remotely like how she was speaking to us yesterday.
Oh, this
Power
is getting
corrupts.
so weird.
She mentioned not wanting to talk to us about her own religious beliefs because she didn't want to. I think she basically implied she didn't want to proselytize. Well, maybe that part got brought out of her, or maybe something else is.
Isn't usually with religion they have a god, and that god would forgive them, right? Not her.
Well, it depends on if she means it in the colloquial sense.
I guess, but I don't know.
In
It's
which case, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
not really.
Yeah, this is Oh, I mean, yeah, this is a little weird. But
Yep.
well, it's been going fine so far. Aside from that weirdness.
Okay.
We all wouldn't be together. Oh, go on.
No, you're fine. Finish your thing first.
We all wouldn't be together if this much ability didn't do things to someone's mind and character. I've seen it again and again and again. It's our vocation at this point.
I want to do like a retroactive insight check just to kind of see like were the people like crying because they were just like they were feeling shame for what she was saying, or like they were actually feeling comforted by it. Is that all right?
Okay.
Oh man, can you imagine if Crim went there and he's like, I sense charm magic on all of them?
Only an 11.
You got an 11. It's a very emotionally charged scene that just grips your heart and makes it want to feel things. Is that magic, or is that the magic of a very well executed sermon? You're not too sure in regards to your specific question. Is she pulling forth the shame and addressing it? Are they ashamed for breaking down at it?
By the way, he didn't feel comfortable by it.
Yeah. Well, soon the sermon ends. Tears are dried. People come mingle in the more common areas. Tamal's held back for some lesson, and word spreads that, they'll be back to the normal schedule. Feel free to mingle more with Crim. Soon enough, we'll do what we all came here to do.
Crim will have trotted over to a few people that Turner would have mentioned, like if they had recently exited the room, specifically to sense if they have a magic effect on them.
As you get close to the rock dove woman, the dove, Waiton, who has all those nodules that look very uncomfortable protruding from under her skin, she says with a somewhat muffled voice due to the way her beak is affected, "Oh, hi, Crimson. Did you sleep well?" And you sense no magic about her.
Yeah, just checking on how everyone's doing.
Great.
Which is true, actually. That's actually exactly true.
Maybe once I'm a dragon, I'll be able to fly with you. Haven't flown in a
that'll
while.
take a
Should be
bit.
fun.
That'll take a bit. Even as I used to be a bird too, and it took me a bit to relearn
Really?
flying.
Wow. Well, isn't that something? I was fated to be here then. I love that.
Fated, huh? What were you guys talking about over there?
Oh,
Was it more the counseling?
yeah, she was... a lot of us feel things for the situation we're in and coming here. Are we betraying ourselves? Are we doing the right thing? And she's just been providing some reassurance. She's a great speaker.
I see.
Yeah. Right, well,
Seems to
see
add
you
up to
later.
Crim, so he doesn't really look too much deeper into that.
She feather waves you a good afternoon and heads off.
With nothing too crazy going on right now, let's try that divination. Let's get some direction based on the info we have. I can tell that
Okay.
Doc is currently trying to formulate the question the most convenient way possible. Very valid, though. This is important.
Or not. Here. Yeah, right
Doggo.
now.
Dog.
He's being writhing.
It was having Wade taking a smoke break with Victoria and speaking to her.
Good boy. Who's speaking to her? What?
Wade is telepathically taking a smoke break with Victoria, just
Oh.
in the breeze.
All right.
Okay, she has your intelligence, right? So, okay, she's...
I think it's like 6 intelligence, if I recall. Which means I can't awaken her, unfortunately.
Oh, no. She's probably like, that grass outside was lovely. I can't wait to wear out of these caves.
Yeah. Her int is too big for me to bring it up to 10.
Damn. Imagine you meet like a barbarian, that's a stereotypical barbarian with an int of 3. It's like, wait a minute.
We can move things along, Doc, unless you are ready to go now.
Think I've figured out a question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Alex starts setting up the ritual, places some incense down, getting ready to burn it.
In the cave or somewhere more private?
Guess we can
We're
do it
gonna
like,
die.
like right outside the cave or something.
Maybe in the
Okay.
caravan.
The smoke kills
Hearing
everyone.
horrible wheezing coming from inside. Oh no, they're terrible asthma.
Aw.
And now I gotta fucking bust out the fucking raised dead diamond.
Such a dick.
You know how much these cost? Not gonna fix your asthma. Anyway.
Okay. And once the ritual is completed, I am going to ask, what is the trap that awaits? Yeah, specifically referring to this whole operation. So the question, it says,
You know, the fact that you said
can...
the fact that you said relates is very important too, because that means it doesn't have to originate from, it just has to be related to what the hell's going on here. Tangential.
You're
So
gonna
the
wake up in the
question
morning-
can be
Sorry,
about
sorry.
a goal, event, or activity to occur within the next 7 days. So I would assume that means, assuming the intent is for whatever that trap is to be sprung within 7 days, theoretically it is relevant.
Gonna wake
And
up.
if it fails,
and yep,
then we know that it does not have to do with the rituals themselves. It's more other things.
you'll have to pee, but the cover's gonna be really warm.
Give me a couple minutes on this one. That's
Yeah,
the heart of
so
that's
there's
the
a
heart of
bad
everything, isn't it?
progression.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is an interesting spell.
Hey DM, what's the answer to this thing that's happening here? That is
Hey,
the
Dan, what's
spell.
the plot? What's the central mystery?
And then we call off the whole ritual and we go home and nothing bad happens.
No, I mean, we've already deduced so much that it can't be that. This answer will be something that makes it interesting and we can be able to react to it, potentially, because so far we have 2 things. One, that we're going to feel like we're going into a trap, and 2,
Okay, got it.
that there is an omen of something that's not meant for us, and it's going to be mutually tragic. And that's the weird part.
Okay. The incense intensifies, swirling around you, becoming a window to somewhere else, like you're immersed in a 3D virtual reality, if you will. And the smoke becomes sky-colored. Early afternoon, patches of white, clouds, they're racing by you. You see, look, and you see one of the most beautiful sights one could ever see. A flight of dragons. Some a little smaller than Crim in his normal form, some a bit larger. You see hues of copper and brown, you see vivid fiery red, you see blue and icy silver, different snout shapes. They're all flapping, going with vigor in the same direction, like a flock of crazy, powerful, majestic birds. Standing on the forward outstretched neck of one of them is the Shaper. And she is smiling, as one might be, with fur being blown back by the wind. The dragon expressions are harder to make out, like they're indistinct because the incense is less concentrated there. But one thing is certain. All of the dragons, their wings, their wrists, their hind leg, ankles, you squint and you look, you can see manacles, bindings, with chains coming off of them. Now you know they're not literally metal chains and bindings, because otherwise they wouldn't be moving so freely and flying. You know this is a metaphorical interpretation. But they're all bound. The vision fades.
Do I have the ability to kind of discern anything else about the Shaper's expression? Does
the
she
chains
seem... Does this seem like the look of someone who is happy to have helped people? Is this, the smirk of someone who has finally accomplished their nefarious goals?
Insight check, yeah.
Somewhat related. Can he see where the chains are going?
No. They're just they go off and they sort of lose substance, or the vision's obscured there. It's cryptic, if you will.
I am Will.
Oh. Yes, you are.
Okay, that is a 15.
15. The smile is broad enough that this is a deep satisfaction, not an idle pleasure. Is it, ha ha ha, my evil plans, oh, I'm so nefarious? Or is it, wow, this is a thrill that I've worked so hard towards? Or is it, oh gosh, I'm so glad I've done so much good for these people, look how much they're enjoying it? I'm not sure, but it's a potent satisfaction, something that is...
Wade, need a little help here.
With what?
Huh?
Give him a
Oh,
better
what did it
insight.
say?
He wants inspiration.
Oh, I see. All right. Well,
kind of a big one, yeah.
Sorry, took me a second. You need not worry, Alex. If anyone can figure this out, it's you. You're a good man.
Well, now he feels better about himself, but how's that going to help him?
Get inspired.
It's a D8, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a D10 next level.
I'll tell you. Oh, you already got 15. I shouldn't tell you then, because that would just be sad. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I got an 8, so that's a 23.
I was going to say the DC is 23. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for calling for it, Christ.
God. Literally. Oh my god. Okay.
All right, what are we looking at?
Well, I'll maybe share this later, but okay. God.
This is not double D&D party shenanigans, I tell you, Tao. We haven't even gotten scrying yet.
Why'd they let you roll this? Can you unroll that?
We deserve to know what we're doing.
But we want to fight
Besides,
stuff and
I
we want to have art.
scenarios.
And let me tell you that this spell puts you in contact with an otherworldly being who answers truthfully. That doesn't mean they're on your side, that doesn't mean they're not trying to lead you, just that it's a cryptic truth. So, just like the omen you receive, just like you gotta determine who you trust, right? But this vision you saw, whether it's of a true future or it's some manufactured thing, she is smirking with the deep satisfaction of someone who got away with something profoundly evil.
Fuck. God damn it, Tal. I think I know. Crim doesn't, but I think I know.
My hope is that it's
Okay.
like some type of a doppelganger, and there's still the real shaper.
Well,
I think no, I don't think that would work.
Shall we get to the ritual now?
Oh, we need to find some way to stop this.
Oh,
What? But what
Why?
happened?
What? What do you learn?
She's going to subjugate all of them. I'm pretty sure.
What?
But I'm not oh right, I made the ritual myself.
she seemed truthful yesterday, in the most literal sense.
You know, we never did ask what everyone is going to be able to do when we're done, did we?
You
I'll
know,
also note that I wasn't able to read her thoughts.
what? What do you mean?
It was like there was nothing there.
Huh? But that's your thing.
But God.
But
So, as in
could she
subjugation,
have
perhaps,
resisted the zone of truth then?
but for 10 minutes, it's... If she was, I guess, strong
Well, if
enough.
she's immune, that would be something else.
You could
Yes.
tell that the magic was affecting her. She failed the
Oh,
save.
yeah, the
Oh,
spot tells you if it works, right.
But but glibness can innate glibness could potentially
Yeah,
So,
fix that.
yeah.
which
But-
you don't know in character, but you would know that someone who's very powerful for some reason, could fake it.
But anyway,
And even then, Crim doesn't sense any weird magic on that. But
and subjugated is in contract bound, perhaps? Or...
I don't know.
We don't know if the ritual itself will cause it, or if it's just going to be something afterwards.
It could just
I
be
think-
that they'll be bound to her in the same way a summoned creature would be.
Crim thinks about this for a bit longer and then says, I want to see the circle.
Me too. I wouldn't be able to know what any of it means, but yeah.
To hell's with that, let's just capture her right now. We have cut the head off the snake, we have the chance.
No, because maybe I can do it. I still want to save them.
There might be more to this.
We could potentially
Besides,
do...
if they somehow get contract bound to me, I'll just say, don't listen to me, and then they can do their own thing. I don't care. I just want to save them. They went through all this trouble.
What would you do if I told you you could do whatever you want?
I guess whatever
Is
I
that a
want.
characterization?
I think that's a reference to something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A good portion don't even need saving. One of them is green.
That's true. Listen, Wade, I'm gonna need your zone of truth again.
I have the spells for it, but I'll go along with it. I just... gods.
I have an idea.
All right.
What if we just, as part of one final talk, we have everyone in the zone of truth. They even demonstrated it before. We have everyone in the zone of truth, and then we talk about what we know. Then she can answer. Then I can inspect the ritual, since I made it myself before. Turner can help. He can probably see what some modifications would mean. And then I can offer to facilitate the ritual. After all, I had to do it myself anyway.
idea.
And if she refuses, that might be a sign of something's wrong. We can corner her that way. How's that?
That's the best we have. All right. Let's get this over
As
with.
you head back inside, there's the people, they've all woken up. Some people pass you to relieve themselves or go for a little morning walk or whatever. It's not like a very strict school schedule in here. It's just like, okay, come back we're going to talk about this in 20 minutes. And as you're heading through the caverns to try and find the Shaper, following her voice, no doubt, but it's like kind of topsy-turvy, windy, a little disorienting in here. You hear a cry of alarm from where you came from. Someone just outside the cave. And a great pattering of feet and alarm spreading through the other fortunate.
Oh, what now?
Oh, we go. Hop atop Victoria and give chase to the front.
Okay.
Cashmere will run after him.
Yeah,
Okay, so turning back. Alright.
for now. But wait, how close are they to where they know the ritual room is?
Oh, another 60, 70 feet. It's not cordoned off, but there's like chalk marking so everyone knows this is where it is, and you know that people have been told not to go there.
Crim will sprint over just to make sure no one is there. And then he will catch up to the others. His movement speed is 80 if he dashes.
Okay, I will say if there is a fight or something that requires initiative,
Yeah, I know.
you would have to enter a round later.
Yeah.
Okay. You pop over. You don't hear anyone. Surely they would have poked their heads out if they heard the alarm, which they would have because it's a big cavern and sound spreads everywhere. So you don't think anyone's
Okay,
in
so
there.
the ritual is not ongoing. That's all Crim needed to know. He rushes
Okay.
back.
Yeah, you catch a glimpse of like, okay, there's candles unlit. There's some markings on the ground. Like, yeah, it looks like a ritual, and then you head back. Okay. Meanwhile, you are the first to arrive, Wade, on Victoria, I'm sure, though Cashmere is probably not far behind. And you pass the same iguana who you first saw in the rainstorm arriving here, who's quickly and panting and telling other people that there's people at the wadi's edge, strange monsters. They're amassing. This strange forces. I think one of them had horns. They're going to attack, I'm sure. They want what... That gets run over with questions. The Shaper would soon show up as well.
We shall see what we can do.
They want what? What do they want? Oh, never mind. I know what they want.
I don't know. The Shaper looks surprised. This cave is everything we've worked towards. Everything the Fortunate are promised. I must protect the entrance. Hide inside, everyone. She seems like she's
Crim
talking to
will-
the others, not you.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
upon properly catching up, Crim will say, "Don't start it without us."
Yeah, well, you see, like, everyone you hear in your head from Wade, this reeks of a diversion.
There's a
As
Brief-
long as we keep her occupied.
As you push forward, Crim, and she herds everyone back, you're like passing for just a brief moment, and there's a quizzical, insightful look at what you just said, and then she's gone.
I didn't say that out loud. I said that through the telepathic bond.
No, yeah, it was for what Crim said.
Okay. You poke your heads outside, and you see the wadi. It's a beautiful, shining morning, and there are indeed a few figures, not immediately at the entrance, but halfway up the ridge, on the ridge, once on that bush. They're all watching the entrance, seeing you poke out. Surely these are fiends. Red flesh and hair, horns. A couple of them have wicked pronged weapons. As you poke your head out, one holds out an arm and shoots like a ray of orange light that hits the rocks just outside, which bursts into flame that lingers for a moment, as if daring you to come out.
I see how it is.
Can Crim do a religion check on these things? Not necessarily for combat, but for... Would he recognize these from his research studies on the specific powers that he had looked into for his ritual? Are they associated at all?
I could tell you freely. I mean, no, not directly. I don't think any.
Too generalized. All right.
Is directly associated, yeah. Except dragons, obviously. What's the party gonna do?
For the moment, we will hold his ground. But they really want to box us in.
Why are they here? Why are they here now? Why fiends? What's going on?
So they're probably in cahoots with the Shaper, trying to draw us away. Is my guess.
Or perhaps one of them is going to. Maybe he's being hopeful. Perhaps one of them is going to try to possess her.
How far away are they?
The nearest is quite far, 100 feet perhaps. Actually, no, more like 80 feet.
They're baiting us.
Yeah, I suppose just for lack of a better option, we were just saying, Common, why have you come?
Why have you come? Yeah, they just laugh at each other, and then it shoots a fire above the doorway, making dust fall.
I suppose, yeah, stupid question.
And then some quick, swift paw pads from behind you, and turning, with everyone else deeper in the cave hidden, the Shaper joins your ranks. What are they? Do you have a plan?
Well, you being here actually helps with that. How good are you at fighting?
Adequate.
That'll do. Be
Yeah,
careful. Don't leave our sights, because they might try to slip through. They might attack. We don't want that.
It seems like they're really laying siege for now.
For now, well, and Cashmere will yell out, "How about you come down here so I can punch your faces in?"
And while Cash says that, Crim will ask, Shaper, is this the only entrance to the cave?
Shaper will... A thought passes over her, and she glowers with a nod. And while the others treat you, Cashmere, to very creative, practiced, crude gestures.
I've never seen advanced middle fingers before.
These guys know how to be rude.
I catch Bigby's hand and just give him one big middle finger back.
20 psychic.
Cashmere will
It's
do
like
it like
that one epic battle fantasy move where they have an upward fist, but like 1% of the time it's a middle finger to attack.
Cashmere will position his ears in a specific way, in a rude gesture of his own.
Okay.
8 minutes left in session. Take resolve.
Thank you.
From one of the winged things, there's a pretty far away, but you catch a nod of appreciation. Like, oh, this guy's okay, yeah. We don't have all day. Come on out. The water's fine. The weather's fine. Come die.
They're
Oh.
way, right?
From what I know about you, you have nothing but time.
We've got less time down here.
Yeah. We're trying to see which one of us can kill each other in self-defense.
It's a cave. We're going to smoke you out unless you come deal with us. We're being such pests. Come on. Unless you want to go the hard way.
Oh, damn it. Cursed fiends' temptations.
Quite reserve pests. All right. Well, waiting against telepathy.
I've got an idea.
You'd sooner burn in the desert heat.
Oh, I like when you have ideas, Alex. What is it? Quick.
So are any of them like kind of clustered together?
There is a cluster of 2 that are, I don't know, 120 feet away from you, that they're otherwise pretty scattered. Like, no, actually, bad analogy.
Further than 40 feet from each other?
I think they happen to be like 35 feet away from each other.
According to this map, no, there's only 2 that are within 40 feet of each other.
How many are there total?
8, 9, something like that.
We can't see the map you're referring to, just...
I know, that's because when I switch to the map, we immediately go into how can I tactically kill these people, which I don't know if we're at that stage just yet. But if you're going to interact with them with a spell, I think we would have to roll initiative.
What if
Which
it's
is fine by me.
More
Dude.
of them with this.
What'd you say, Doc?
I don't want
I
the
was hoping I
smoke to
could
get
get
in.
more of them with this. Then again, I could also just lay it down and stop their approach. That could work.
Sensing that they don't want to waste too much time before the fiends start getting ideas, Crim will telepathically say to Alex, "You want me to attract them in a group?"
Yeah, if we can get them clustered up together,
Fine.
I've got an idea.
Crim dashes out. I think that'll activate initiative.
Okay. Then at the beginning of next session, Crim dashing out and Alex readying a spell. I'm sure everyone has some ideas of what to do. We shall see next time.
We're
Watch
in
Crim
like a
roll like
rocky.
1 on initiative, so like he runs out looking super cool and just fucking face plants. And then he's like, "Hang on, can we do a do-over?"
And then all the enemies come in and beat him up.
What were you saying, Doc?
This is like a rocky canyon we're in right now, right?
Yes.
Yes. I've wanted
Uh-oh.
to use this spell for a long time.
It's a rocky canyon made
Oh,
of
no.
Lorinite.
Nice.
Too soon.
Damn, fucking
That's
good
awesome.
job on keeping me guessing. Specifically me, for the meta stuff I know versus don't know for Crim's backstory.
I hope everyone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a social session. I thought we'd get through this, but we had fun social times instead, which was cool.
Yes.
And was this a sanctuary or no?
I think it was a sanctuary rest.
No. The last sanctuary rest you got was in Orotava. I don't think everyone here is like, oh boy, we're totally safe. There's nothing bad going on. I can just relax and do everything.
My second
Well,
level
I
slot.
misunderstood that.
Oh.
Doesn't
Yeah.
actually change all that much, though. I think
Yeah.
I have a couple of features that I don't get back, and that's about all
So,
the
sanctuary
changes.
rest. To achieve this, you must be in a place that grants your character an internal feeling of safety enough to take off armor, more fully address stabilize injuries, and settle one's mind.
All right.
Anyway.
Intermediate
Uh,
rest.
haven't spent
well-
any spell slots, so it doesn't really make a
We'll be
difference.
tuning out, and there's a potentially next week we might be moving it to Thursdays, I believe. And that might
Yes.
be that'll be our permanent schedule from now on until things inevitably change again, if they do. But thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time.
And
Thank you.
Wait.
Oh.
And if you want to get more details on scheduling plans, join the Discord.
Join the
Oh.
Discord.
Good
Bye.
idea.